I'm going to give a live demo of how to change your beliefs, because there are so many times in life when we are actually held back just by our own opinion and belief about something. I just made a video about Stoicism and this is one of the key ideas, but the 4 questions come from a book called Loving What Is by Byron Katie. So let's get started. Just an hour ago, I was about to share something on LinkedIn, which I never really do. I created a website and I felt some resistance before reposting the client who was actually proud of his website that I created for him. And first of all, to find out the limiting belief, I first asked myself, what does this mean to me to post this? And it's not yet part of the 4 questions. And it's also one of the shadow work questions that I will talk about in future episodes. And I realized I was holding the belief that maybe a lot of people from my past will see it because it's on LinkedIn and I have them on LinkedIn, and they might think, what did you make out of your life because you finished university and now you've created a website, so that's not on your level? And I ask myself the first question, is this true? Is it true that people will see this and they think that I could have done better in life? Well, maybe not really. Maybe they will think, oh, that's just one of the projects he's doing. Or maybe they will think, oh, it actually looks great, or he has a happy client. So the belief kind of starts shaking a little bit. And the second question is, how do you absolutely know for sure that this is true? I realized that it's not really based on anything that people will think this about me. And then the third question is, how do I respond when I think this thought? And very often when I ask myself this question about a limiting belief, I realize that I feel like I want to shrink down. I feel like I want to hide myself. So this makes it really clear that it's not a helping thought. It's not a helping belief. And now the 4th question is, who would you be without that thought? And this thought made me realize, and probably will help you realize the same thing, that these beliefs are really blocking you, and that if you didn't have this thought or this belief, you would be way more happy and you would walk around with a smile on your face and just like feeling calm and in a flow. And this really shows how you are your worst enemy. And the last thing you want to do after asking yourself these 4 questions of, is it true? Is it really true? How do I respond when I have this thought? And who would I be without this thought? The last thing after this is you want to flip this belief. So instead of people will look down on me and think that I could have done better, you might be saying, people will look up to me and they think that I did a really good job. And you will give at least 3 reasons for this. So just get your mind to work, and I found a reason that the client is really happy, that he's proud of the website that I created. It also shows me that I'm capable of creating this all on my own, and this is really empowering. It shows that I have great technical and creative skills, and people can even think that it was a great job that I did this, that they admire these skills, and that they see that I'm capable of doing these different things, and it's only one part of the picture that they are seeing. And after this, there was way less resistance for posting it. There was still a little bit of resistance, but I'm also still human. But it was definitely decreasing. And one last tip that I want to share about this scenario specifically, about social beliefs. I made this very simple drawing that you can see on the screen right now. And what it explains is that these circles are people, and these arrows are the attention that they have towards the world. It's going in different directions, and throughout our day we are walking through the world and we are seeing many different things and many different places, so we are looking left and right, up and down. And this might give us the impression that from the same directions as all these arrows that are going out, we are also being watched. All those other people also have very divided attention. You should really understand that you are only one of these arrows of the other people. Although it might often feel like you're being watched from all over the place, you should really realize that you are only one arrow and that people have many things going on in their life, and you are just one part of it. So that hopefully decreases this maybe anxiety of social situations a little bit. So if you find yourself having difficulty with a certain situation, ask yourself first, what does this mean to me or say about me? And it will give you a certain belief. And at this point, it's important to be petty about this. Your ego has been waiting for this moment. Just allow yourself to be as petty and sad as possible. So you can go all out and say, oh, people don't like me and I cannot do this and blah, blah, blah. And you write down the belief. And now the first question is this true? The second question is it really 100% true? The third question is, how do I respond when I think this thought? And the fourth question is, who would I be without this thought? So after you've asked these questions, you're just going to flip this belief around and give at least 3 arguments for why the opposite is true. I hope this was very helpful, at least I know it is for me. I do this multiple times a month just to break through these mental barriers, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.